Hello, Year 12. I hope you're all well. This is the last assembly before the May half term and before the progress checks begin. So what I wanted to do today is to make sure you were clear on the progress checks, to talk about EPGP, the senior student application process before I hand over to Emma for her mental health tip. There is no progression input this week. You should be clear that the moment with your progression, you should be researching and also drafting your personal statement. So the progress checks. So these are happening, hopefully you are now aware of this, but the first 2 weeks after the half term. So beginning on Monday the 1st of June, that is when teachers will be emailing the tasks to you to complete over the course of those 2 weeks back when we return. Remember to check both school and personal email accounts for work. You can do them with access to notes and resources. There's no time limit, it can be done in any order, and you won't be set any other work over those 2 weeks. And then you need to email that back to those assessments back to teachers by Friday the 12th of June. So that's the second Friday. So at the moment you should be spending time preparing for those assessments by consolidating your notes and learning from the year so far. That is important for the progress checks, but most importantly, for your transition into year 13. I also wanted to talk about EPGP. We've given you lots of time to think about a proposal for your essay for the extended project Global Perspectives options. Now, most students have now completed Project Q with their proposal. But if you haven't done this yet and you're wanting to do this supplementary option, you need to complete your proposal by Monday the 1st of June at 9 AM. So that's the first Monday after half term. It only takes to fill out Project Q and what we need you to do at the moment, we're only talking about 10 to 15 minutes to complete Project Q. And you would have received an email about how to do this, but any problems here, contact myself or your EPGP supervisor. And we're only asking for initial idea for a topic and a rough early plan. You can include more than one idea on Project Q if you have more than one idea at this stage. Once you've done, you've completed the top 2 sections of Project Q, you then need to email your supervisor so that they know that you've done that. We don't automatically get an email from Project Q. So it would be best if you email your supervisor to tell them that you've done that. We then will give you feedback through Project Q by the end of the progress check period, if we haven't already, because I know lots have already received feedback. So completing Project Q then, this is all the details you need. If you haven't yet set up an account, or if you have set up an account but you can't remember the website, it's all here for you. So this is where you go on to, the Project Q website, you click on student register, you then enter those details, you register your details, and then you have various different planning stages. But the very first one is record of initial ideas, and you need to complete the top 2 boxes of the record of initial ideas. There's 4 boxes in total on that first page. Supervisors complete the 3rd box, providing feedback, and then the 4th box is you just responding to the feedback from your supervisor. So if you are wanting to do EPGP, then you have to do that by that Monday, the 1st of June by 9 AM. Any problems there, do contact your supervisor or myself. Now I would like to talk about the senior student application process. Now, everyone in year 13 is encouraged to take on leadership roles, including leaders of clubs, societies, subject mentors, tutor reps, and there will be more on that to come in June. But we also have a group of students in year 13 who are our senior students, who play a particularly key role in the leadership of the student body and life of sixth form in general. They're responsible for organising whatever social events we're able to run, the Leavers Ball, RAG events, that's raising and giving, all our kind of charity events, meeting with the leadership team to represent student views, and building links between year groups. They may be asked to speak at events such as the open evening, maybe take visitors or applicants on tours of the school, and could be asked to attend formal events on behalf of the school student body. It can be a really challenging additional responsibility, but that yet at the same time really enjoyable. And students who have been a senior student have said that they've really developed their skill set by doing that. So how to apply? So you need to email a written statement to me by 9 a.m. on Monday, the 15th of June. So that's after the progress checks. And there's my email address. So please email me if you are interested. This should be no longer than one A4 side and should include why you want to be a senior student, what skill and experience you might bring to the role, including things, it doesn't have to be things you've just done in school, but also out of school, and what ideas you might have for events next year and for welcoming and integrating a new year group. And what I've got on the rest of this PowerPoint is actually I've got feedback from the current senior students and what they've enjoyed about the role and why they would encourage you to apply. And then it's going to link into Emma's top tips. So I'm just going to show you their feedback first of all, and then we'll hear from Emma, and then have a great half term. And over the progress checks, if there's anything we can do to support, anything we need to know, please get in contact.
Morning. This week's Good Mental Health Tip is about you are loved. I don't know whether you believe that or whether you think that about yourself, but I want to assure you that we think that about you. We think that you are worthy of love and affection and thought and interest as a human being. Everyone is. So that is not something that can be earned. It's not something that you can lose, that worthiness of love and connection and affection. We believe that about all of you. And this week I've been putting together we've been putting together the end of year leaver service for the year 13s, and one of the themes of that is you are loved. And one of the things that I like to do is get the tutors to say what they notice about you guys individually, because I only know some of you a bit, which is a real privilege and an honour to get to know some of you like pretty well. But there are other members of staff who will know you really well, and I just want to assure you all that even in this time, we are thinking about you. We see you, not physically, but we are thinking about you. We know you. We want to know you better, and we think that you are valuable, and we think that you are loved. For me, that also contains a bit of a spiritual element, that I believe I am loved on a spiritual level by God. And I don't know whether you think that or you think there is some kind of higher being that is interested in you, but I think that. And part of why I believe that everyone is worthy of that love and connection is because of, I think all humans are made with worth. And so I just want to assure you, you are loved. And for your mental health, it's really important to remember that. And actually, it's really important to tell other people that you love them too. So maybe today's a good day to reach out to someone else and say, do you know what? I just really love you as a friend. I'm not trying to be weird, but I really love you. And it's a good thing to tell one another. And we want you to know that you are loved. Hope you're okay. If you're not, get in touch.